This is a simple niche job board I found that I estimate is making $50,000 a year. Check it out. It is communitycollegejobs.com. And it is a very simple job board for community college jobs, just as the name implies. There's not, an overwhelming amount of functionality and features here. This is very simple. And how it makes money is simply by charging employers, community colleges in this case, to post jobs. If we get down here, we can see the price for one job is $345. Looks like they might make a little bit more for extra categories. And how I got that $50,000 number is just by coming over here to the view jobs and counting up the number of featured jobs they have on here. The featured jobs last for 60 days. So we could assume that they turn over every 2 months. And I just kind of multiplied all that out and got a close to $50,000 number. Now, I don't know if these companies over here are paying for this placement. Most likely they are, but maybe they're not. I really don't know. Still, for a simple niche job board like this, $50,000 a year is pretty cool, especially if you had a couple of these running. Now, personally speaking, my interest at the moment in niche job boards is, well, because I think there's a lot of opportunity in them, particularly if you can go deeper and build a community behind the job board. This job board is not doing that. We haven't seen any features, but there's some others out there that are, like this one, hiretechladies.com, which is a job board and obviously has some community functionality behind it. All right, so there they can monetize the candidate user base and also monetize the employer user base. Now, this communitycollegejobs.com here is an exact match domain, and this is a key, I don't want to say a key factor of its success, but it certainly helps it along here. It is targeting a niche with an exact match domain that has a fair bit of search volume here. So community college jobs, in other words, their domain name has 5,400 searches per month. But they're also getting traffic for community colleges employment, community colleges hiring. So they're getting traffic from a lot of keywords. This is primarily an SEO driven business. But if we look at the traffic over the last, what is this? 12 years or 13 years or so. I'm recording this on November 22nd, 2025. We can see it's remained relatively stable. There's some peaks and valleys, but hasn't done anything wild. I mean, I've seen sites that go up to millions of views and then down to zero. This one has remained relatively stable. So nice, stable online asset here for whoever owns this website. Now, that said, if you wanted to get into this space, there's a couple softwares out there. One of them being niceboard.co that allows you to spin up a job board pretty quickly. Another one, jobboardlead.com. There's several of them out there. Jobboardlead is lower on the price point, but still effective. Niceboard at billed monthly. Whoa, $899 a month. I didn't realize it was that expensive. I think they may have just raised their prices. Yeah, I think Niceboard may have just raised their prices. Jobboardlead here is at a much lower tier. Forget what it is, but $40 a month. Yeah, so a lot of good softwares out there these days to help you spin up a job board. And, if you find the right domain, you have to be familiar with keyword research. But if you find the right domain and keyword, you could spin up a niche online job board pretty quickly. And I think that with more effort to build out a community, you could really build out something robust and much more profitable than even something like this. But maybe it's your style to just kind of set up a little online asset that makes income. And this is a prime example of it. On that note, guys, if you feel like there's anything interesting or noteworthy that I overlooked or missed out on here in this video, let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful or insightful, you know the drill. Smash that like button to help me out in the YouTube algorithm. I am calling it a wrap and signing off on that note.